What's up, guys and girls? It's your girl Lex with the Flex, bringing you some news you can absolutely use, especially if you're in the healthcare field. All right, so I got some really good news for y'all. In today's story, if you ever thought about becoming like a nurse practitioner, a CRNA, a physical therapist, a public health professional, or if you're going back to school for any reason to get an advanced degree, you need to hear this, right? So here's what happened today. So a federal judge has temporarily blocked part of Trump's administration policy that would have made it harder for graduate students in nursing and several other healthcare fields to borrow enough federal student loan money to pay for their schooling. Now, before y'all start arguing in the comments, this is not talking about student loan forgiveness. It's about whether students can even get enough money to attend the graduate school in the first place. So, what was the plan? So what they wanted to happen was, under changes tied to the Big Beautiful Bill Act, graduate student loans were going to be capped. Most graduate students would be only allowed to borrow up to $100,000 in total in federal loans. Students in certain professional degree programs could borrow up to $200,000 instead. So what's the problem? The Department of Education created a list of programs that they considered professional degrees. All right, guess what wasn't on the list? Nurse practitioners, physician assistants, speech language pathology, public health, marriage and family therapy, and several other healthcare careers that desperately need more people in those positions. So why were the nurses so upset about this? Well, let's just keep it real. Graduate nursing school is expensive. Some nurse practitioner programs cost upwards of $100,000. Then you got to talk about books, clinical fees, housing, gas, food, healthcare, childcare. So life just doesn't stop while you're in school. So this money is very much needed for people that's choosing to go back to school. So if federal loans don't cover these costs, students may have to rely on private loans, which often have a higher interest rate and fewer protections, or they may not decide to go to school at all. And so that's what nursing organizations were worried about in the first place. So exactly what did the judge say? A federal judge looked at the rule and basically said, wait a minute. The judge ruled that the Department of Education went too far when it narrowed the definition of what counts as a professional degree. The court found that Congress had not given the department authority to redefine the terms that way. So that part of the rule has been blocked, at least for now. But here's the important part. Let's not get too excited just yet. The ruling did not eliminate the new student cap themselves. The judge blocked the Department of Education's narrower definition of professional degree, but the broader loan limits created by Congress are still in place unless they're changed through other legal challenges or legislation. There's also another lawsuit challenging those caps, and they're still pending. So why should this matter to you as a nurse? Well, as a nurse, it matters because America already has a really serious nursing shortage. We need more nurse practitioners. We need more educators. We need more advanced practice nurses. If people can't afford to go to graduate school, then guess what happens? We have fewer providers. We have longer wait times, less access to health care, especially in rural and underdeserved communities. The judge even mentioned concerns about shortages in critical healthcare services. So my nursing perspective on this whole thing is that it's not about whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. It's about healthcare. It's about education. And it's about making sure qualified people have a path to become the healthcare professionals our community needs. So whether you agree with the policy or not, the ruling could affect thousands of future healthcare workers. So what happens next? Well, the Trump administration says it's reviewing the judge's decision. The legal battle isn't quite over yet. And another lawsuit challenging the loan caps is still working its way through the courts. So I will definitely keep y'all updated as more information becomes available. But I'm curious though, Do you think graduate nursing students should be able to borrow enough money to cover the cost of school, or should there be stricter limits? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but let's keep it respectful, people. All right, y'all. It's your favorite nurse and CPR instructor signing out. This is Lex with the Flex. Stay tuned because I'm going to keep y'all updated on basically everything that's going on in the nursing field, in healthcare, new diseases, whatever they got going on. We got more stories for y'all. Stay tuned.